They're the only bilingual theater group in Tennessee, hosting some of Memphis' most visible expressions of Latin American art and culture, and bridging the gap between English-speaking and Spanish-speaking people in the Mid-South. I'm Mamie Pike. Join me for a conversation with Casa Teatro. We're here today with Doramar Farrar, Executive Director, and Monica Sanchez, Artistic Director. So, how did you girls end up here? Are you from Memphis?
Well, now we are from Memphis. I am 50% Memphian now. I am from Puerto Rico.
And I'm from Mexico.
So when did you get here?
16 years ago.
Why did you leave Puerto Rico? It's so beautiful.
Work.
Yeah.
Work and family.
Family. And what brought you here, Monica?
Exactly the same. It was, I've been here for almost 27 years. So it was a job opportunity, and we decided to move. And we stay a little longer than we supposed, but then we are here.
Now you are 50%?
And now I'm almost 80%.
Yeah, more exactly.
I'm used to this weather.
So what I love about the fact that you're a 501c3 now, you established your nonprofit status in 2010. I love the fact that you are a community strengthening group. You actually work with Spanish-speaking and non-Spanish-speaking people to bridge that gap and come together using art and culture and the artistic expression as a way to build relationships. Tell me about some of these amazing partnerships that you have, because you got them all over town.
Yes, we have great partners. We are so grateful for that. Mm-hmm. Memphis Brooks Museum, Crosstown, Dixon Gallery, Opera Memphis. Mm-hmm. We have a great partnerships in the Memphis.
Evergreen Theater.
Evergreen Theater was our family there. Latino Memphis, La Prensa Latina, the Overton Park show. Overton Park. We are so grateful for that.
You girls are everywhere.
Yes, we try.
I love it.
Well, sometimes it's not that we try, it just happen. There are activities that we're invited, and there are good projects, and we say this is a good opportunity to put the communities together. So that's why we in partnership with different, the National Civil Rights Museum call and say, can somebody come and read or do something for us? Yeah.
We will be there.
I love the way that your enthusiasm as Memphians it draws people in that may feel like they would not be a part of a program if it didn't stress so much building those relationships. And that's what drew me in. We were just sitting here trying to remember how long ago we met. I don't even remember. It just seems like you've been my family forever. Tell me about your 23-24 season.
Oh, it's full of theater and cultures and traditions. We're so excited. A lot of work to do, and we love our mission. We love Memphis, and we are ready to be out.
Exactly. Usually we try to have 4 plays during our season. We start, this year we start in August, at the end of August, with Spanish. Once in a while we try to have 1 full play in Spanish. A lot of people say, why, if you do it bilingual, if you want to encourage everybody? Because once in a while, the Latino community wants to go to theater in their own language, and it's kind of hard. If you live in Chicago or maybe Miami or someplace in California, you're going to find theaters that have plays in Spanish. Here we are the only resource for our community. So once in a while we have one that is in Spanish, but we have other cultural plays that involve everybody. We're going to have a musical on October as part of the Hispanic Heritage. And we're going to have, of course, Christmas. We want the people to learn a little bit. Everything is about learning. Want to learn a little bit how we celebrate in our countries. Because she's from Puerto Rico. She has different traditions.
Exactly.
I'm from Mexico, and I have a different way to celebrate. We have people in our team that are from Colombia and Venezuela. So we try to gather all these little details. We might speak the same language, but we're really unique with different things that we can share.
Right.
And that's one of the things that we want to do in Casa Teatro, to show the people that we are really diverse between the Hispanic community, and we don't want you to hear a person who speaks Spanish and think, oh, it's from Mexico.
Yeah.
No. We had people from different countries. Just in the Memphis area, and this is a number that a lot of people don't know. We have about 56,000 Latinos living already in here. A lot of people say, really that many? Just go to Summer Avenue and see how many Latino business. Cordova now. So antes it was just the Jackson. They call it the Little Mexico a long time ago, because there was a area that a lot of people from Mexico gathered.
Right.
But right now we are everywhere. You go to Bartlett, you have Latinos in Bartlett, even Germantown, people in Colorville. So our focus is engage all the communities. Find that thing that we say we can share this. You can learn and enjoy it, and we can be proud of our culture, our heritage.
I love the fact, again, that you're so open and you draw people in, because my life has been so much richer because of you, and I hope that some of my heritage has become a part of you, and as you've just said, you're 50% Memphian. So listen, let's talk about 901 Fest, because that comes first, and that is such a cool event.
Yeah, after August, we'll move to the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. We will celebrate the Latin Fest 901 to celebrate the Hispanic Heritage Month in Overton Square.
And so you actually encapsulate and include all of the population, the Spanish-speaking population. I love that.
Yeah, it's a huge celebration. It's a family event. It's a free event, and everyone is welcome.
In Chimes Courtyard, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
So what all do you have scheduled for this year?
We have a lot of vendors this year. We have more
resources.
Vendors. We have food from different countries. We have a person from Puerto Rico. We have somebody from Colombia, Venezuela. We have, of course, tacos from Mexico. We have
El Salvador.
So we try to bring also a taste from another countries here. So you can say, oh, I never tried, pastelitos from Puerto Rico, or I never tried a pupusa from El Salvador. So you have the chance to do that here.
And we can go and find out more information at casateatro.org about that.
Exactly.
But now let's go into my favorite, which is Day of the Dead. Mm-hmm. The Day of the Dead parade means so much to me. For people that don't know, it's not about Halloween. It's actually a family reunion, but you're celebrating people that are no longer with you. The ofrendas are so beautiful, and they're so personal, and it helps you to look at someone and kind of see where they come from and what means something to them. One of the sweetest ofrendas I ever saw was a gentleman's father had passed away, and he was a construction worker and had his boots and his hammer and his hard hat and some of the things that he'd actually hand carved. And it was just so touching that you learn a little bit about
the person.
Someone that meant so much to them in their life, but it's no longer with them. And it's such a beautiful tradition. What are we doing in the parade this year?
Okay. One of the things we do even before the parade, before the preview, is try to provide workshops, because there's a lot of people who say, I want to be part of the parade, I want to get involved with the preview. But I want to learn more about it. Like I say, one of the things we want to focus is learning about each other. So we provide a workshop where we teach the real meaning of Dia de Muertos. Like you say at the beginning, a lot of people think Dia de Muertos is the Mexican Halloween.
Exactly.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So that's one of the things that we try. We do a teacher's workshop so the teachers can go back to the classroom and tell the children what it is. And we do a communities workshop. Sometimes companies call us and say, we want to be part, can you bring the workshop here? Because
that
I want
is
the people.
important.
So who are
By all, we will be everywhere with the Dia de Muertos workshop.
So who are some of the companies that you've worked with? That is so interesting.
Well, yeah, a lot of people. We visit AutoZone,
AutoZone,
Service
we
Master
have
in
a
the past.
Oh my gosh, that's
Service
fantastic.
Master,
So
church.
Shelby County Schools, they always partner with us.
So again, it's that community outreach aspect that you're going into so many different avenues, and it's all because of culture, art,
Exactly.
and I love that.
Well, the best thing is that people is open. They're open
Yeah.
to our culture and they try to learn. I say, for example, I'm from Mexico, and the Day of the Dead is my my thing, you want to say. And I feel really good when people wants to know more, not just try to do it. That's why we say let's go to do the workshop to know the do's and don'ts.
Right.
Because people make mistakes more than anything because you don't know. And with this celebration, we try to unite all the communities, the Latino community, and especially people, maybe a lot of people might think the Dia de Muertos is celebrated everywhere, but it's not. This was something new for Dorimar when we start talking about doing the celebration.
I think the Aztecs brought it here, didn't they?
One of the things that this is a celebration that start hundreds of years before even the Spaniards came to my
Like
country.
in the 1500s.
Before that.
Really?
Because the Aztecs, my ancestors, they believed that life, like in other cultures, life starts when you die. That's why you have to pass certain levels. You have to have some other things with you to be ready. So all the things that my people, my ancestors were celebrating, usually the celebration era was for 3 months. When the Spaniards came, there was this fusion between what my ancestors were doing and the Spaniard celebration of the All Souls Day, and they tried to mix with the Catholic religions. So what we celebrate right now is that mix that happened years ago when the Spaniards came to Mexico. So we try, and even with that, a lot of things with the time has been added, symbols, icons, and that's something that people might don't know. It's been changed a little with the years.
So the parade starts at Overton Square on Trimble Place, and then you go to the corner and take a right, head down Madison.
we go to Old Madison,
Old Madison
until
or Tucker to Brooks Museum.
to the front of-
Madison to Tucker to Brooks. And then once you get to Brooks, there's actually another celebration.
It's a huge
at
festival
Brooks.
there.
It's a
Correct.
festival.
So what everything do you have, who all's included and what do you have going on at the Brooks?
We always try to have music. Of course, we have dance
Theater,
Azteca,
dance
theater.
Azteca.
Like I said, the children who are going to be part of the theater classes, the bilingual theater classes, are going to have a small presentation
Oh,
for
I
Dia de
love that.
Muertos.
The
that we-
mariachis will be there.
The ofrendas.
It's a huge celebration.
We have vendors, of course, food, and the partnership with the Brooks has been wonderful from day one when we decide to go and talk to Kathy and say there is a chance that we can do a Dia de Muertos parade here, and they say yes. And then when everything was done that year, we were worried about, they say no, but they say, let's start talking about next year.
Yeah, the Brooks Museum are our amazing partners.
Amazing
We are so
partners.
grateful for this partnership.
Well, talking about amazing partners, for Christmas you have Opera Memphis
And Dixon
and
Gallery.
Dixon.
Dixon
Yes,
Gallery.
And
we
then-
have amazing
I
partners.
know. And then, so tell me a little bit about the Christmas celebration.
Well, we try to, like I say, to showcase a little bit of what a parranda is, because it's a tradition.
What is a parranda?
It's like a Christmas carol, but we do a Christmas carol at 5 a.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. We visit your home. You wake up with music. You need to make breakfast and food. After that, we move to the other home. But it's like a surprise Christmas carol.
So tell me a little bit more about Christmas tradition. I want to know about the food. You know that's my
Oh,
favorite.
Yeah, we try to have vendors who sell things that are traditional Christmas food, and also to have vendors who have things that to decorate your home and be part of
The Christmas time is an opportunity for the people who want to buy
And
stuff.
don't you include piñata in your Christmas celebration?
Yes,
That sounds like fun.
They don't. That's one of the things. That's what
You don't. She does.
That's what we try to teach the people. That some of the celebrations are specific for some countries.
Right.
Like from Mexico, or on Christmas for us is the piñatas, the posadas. You know, their home to is different the way you do it. We don't go and sing. We kind of go and pray and ask for the posada. We sing and then we pray, break the piñata the day that's a posada, and we have a play called Pastorelas. That is.
What is that?
The pastorela is the battle between good and evil that always happen. Somebody told me one time, because this is also a Mexican tradition, why you have a devil and an angel and a Christmas?
My first time for me was
Yeah, but
why?
aren't we all that? Seriously, we're all that. We've all got a little bit of devil and a little bit of angel.
Well,
So which one are you going to nurture?
The thing here is when the pastorela is you follow the quest of the shepherds to see baby Jesus and adore baby Jesus. And like you say, you have the devil trying to stop them, and you have the angels trying to help them. So this is also something that there was a mixture. It was a way to the Spaniards introduce all the nativity ideas, and they use theater. That's something that a lot of people don't know.
love that.
They use theater to introduce it. That's how the pastorela start working.
And you know, rather than just talking to someone, actually having them see a production like that, it draws your attention in and actually teaches so much more.
Exactly. One of the things also this year, aside from the Christmas fiesta with the Disney Opera Memphis, we have a play also, one of the plays. Like I said at the beginning, we have to have 4 plays. We're going to have the one that is on August, the Compartidos. We're going to have not from here and from there, then the Spanish Heritage Month, and we're having the Christmas play, where the people is going to be able to be part of the story. We're going to tell Christmas story. So we're going to do, I'm not going to tell you because it's kind of surprise, but the people that comes to see the play on Christmas, they're going to be able to be part of the
Well,
stories.
talking about telling a story, Afro-Latino Week is probably one of my favorites. I saw the first one at Evergreen Theater years ago, and it was such a beautiful, moving experience that I never knew. Where do all of the actors and the players and the people who you have in your productions come from? Are they professionals? Are they
Yeah, they are a professional group from Chicago.
from Chicago for
Yes.
just Afro-Latino Week?
Yeah.
The lady that was the dancer,
That group was from New York.
she
Yeah.
was
This-
fabulous.
Next year we will have Las Bomplenera is an Afro-Puerto Rican group from Chicago, and the other Mexican group from Chicago too.
One of the things with the Afro-Latino is we want the people to understand and see what happened in here. It happened in all Latin America and the Caribbean. We have all those ships filled with people who were brought here to work and stay here, and they start having families and everything. And the same thing happened in Mexico. We have Afro-Mexicans, we have Afro-Venezuelans, we have Afro-Puerto Ricans. So something that I love with the Afro-Latino, because I didn't know a lot about the rhythm, the bomba that comes from it has African roots, and the dancers, and how Dorimar explained to me the slaves in that time wasn't able to talk, but they were able to dance. And with this
Get
dance,
their message out with their feet and their rhythm. It was beautiful.
They express everything.
And that is during Black History Month.
It's the last
in-
week
in
on February, correct.
So again, anything you want to learn about the schedule, go to casateatro.org.
Yes, either the website or even Facebook. And Facebook will be good also because you have more details about the events that are coming.
Yeah,
the things that
Instagram,
was
Facebook, our website.
So ladies, let me ask you this. What other education programs do you provide?
We provide different workshops, like mentioned before, the other day workshop. We also have Hispanic Heritage kind
Cinco
of
de
workshop.
Mayo
It's
workshop.
Cinco de Mayo, because a lot of times people misunderstand some things. When I got here, somebody came to me and say, "Happy Cinco de Mayo," and I was like, "Okay." We in Mexico, we don't celebrate that way. It's just in this
And it's
part
not
of-
about drinking a margarita.
It's not about nachos and margaritas. And it was later that I started learning, and I said, we have to tell the people know about Cinco de Mayo. And here is a big deal, and why it's a big deal here, and why we have to celebrate, and how we have to celebrate. And don't confuse, a lot of people thought Cinco de Mayo, it was my Independence Day, Mexico Independence Day. So with this, we try to teach the people, no, it's not, it's this is the reason, this is what happened. This is the president who support, the American president who support to have a celebration for Cinco de Mayo, as well as Hispanic heritage that start with 1 week and then change to 1 month. And,
That's
and
awesome.
a lot of young people doesn't know that. So we have to remind them all those little details. So we have different kind of workshop. And also, we have a program called Casa Teatro,
On the road.
where we provide those workshops, but also we provide a small place
Children's shows.
to
So
take to
where
the
do
schools.
where do you go on the road?
Everywhere. Libraries, school systems, companies. Yeah. Somebody call us,
And this
we
is
will be there.
and this is with the children's theater and the adults theater, and it's bilingual.
It's bilingual. It is. We have a group of actors who do the on the road, and we have different places. Something that we call fairy tales with Latin flavor. We have our own version of Little Riding Hood. We call it Roja because Little Red is from Colombia and his father's from Colombia, even the wolf. So we teach a little bit about Colombia with the Little Red, and we still have the story. We still the grandma, we still the wolf. They try to eat them, but it changed a little. And also, we always have a vocabulary. Words the kids have to pay attention, even grown-ups, to pay attention to try to remember or learn that day. Small things like a manzana, that means apple, abuela, that means grandma. So they hear it and they start to understand. Everything, I'm gonna feel like I repeat all the time, but everything we try to do is for the people to learn something. Have a good time and enjoy it, but take a little bit and say, I didn't know this.
The language, the culture, the traditions.
I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your favorite thing that Casa Teatro does?
It's kind of hard.
It's hard. I think for me, it's, my program is the Afro Latina Week. I love that week, but for me, it's wonderful every time we need to go to the schools and the kids ask questions. They want to know everything. They want to be part. And they get so excited about the characters of the children's show.
It's got to be so neat when they get it.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
They come in and they're just kind of sitting there.
For me, the beauty of Casa Teatro is community,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And sometimes
Yes.
everyone is welcome here. If the beauty of Casa Teatro is at the backstage at the show. We have actors, if they don't speak Spanish, or somebody who they don't speak English, if they are trying to talk to each other, and how you say that? And in Spanish, how you say that in English, right? That is a community, because everyone is welcome in Casa Teatro. We believe it's no excuse to be together.
No.
No,
Right.
it's not, because I know I don't speak English. No, we can work together. We can be together. We can respect each other.
The thing they say, I would like to be part of your group, but I don't speak Spanish. You don't have to.
Right.
You don't
Well, I
have
don't speak
to.
English.
Well,
you
but you
don't
know
have
the
to.
one language that everybody understands is food. Put some food.
Arts.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Arts.
food in the arts.
Yes.
But with dance, like in the Afro Latino, you don't have to learn to speak Spanish to move, to feel the dancer, to feel the rhythms. with music, to hear the mariachi band, the people doesn't have to understand what the mariachi is saying, but just the vibration of the instrument. You feel it.
It's hard.
If you see Danza Azteca and don't bawl your eyes out, there is something wrong with you. It is so moving. They are just amazing.
And for example, we always have this children's ballet called Mesli. Seeing the small kids follow the traditions with dancers and see them try, and small little kids from 4 or 5 years old to 12, that is something that we want to do. We want the kids to feel proud of their heritage, wherever the parents come from, because a lot of the kids are Memphis. They're born here, but their parents are from Mexico, from Colombia, from Honduras. We have last year at the Latin Fest a lady who said, I want to be part of the parade, and she brought her kids. They were from Honduras. I think, from Honduras, and all of them, they had the kids the traditional attire from Honduras, and it was like wow. The kids feel proud. They maybe didn't speak Spanish the whole time, but the mother was feeling so proud, and the kids feel so good dressing with the Honduran traditional clothes.
I love that.
Yeah, it's beauty. For me, it's wonderful when some volunteer call us. He said, I don't speak Spanish, but I want to learn the culture. I want to practice my Spanish. I want to be there. That is a community.
Girls, thank you so much for being here with me and for sharing this with me. Dormar Farrar, Executive Director, Monica Sanchez, Artistic Director. I love you. I love Casa Teatro, and thank you for being with us and having a conversation.
Thank you.
Gracias a ti, Mami. Muchas gracias.
Thank you for the invitation.
Gracias.